skills typically developed during the first 3 years of life, such as cognitive. So, cognitive, this include children on how to talk, read, write, and problem solving. So second is physical development. So physical development, its focuses on the child's overall health, physical abilities, and preventing diseases. So for example, if a baby born premature, if a baby born like kung ang bata mga born siya premature, so pwede na siya mga services kanin niya nga ikuan ni like special physical therapy, then paano nang depende sa iyahang disability nga art. So through physical therapy, so they help strengthen their muscles and learn how to walk properly. And third is physical development. So physical development, it is the behavioral development is about how children manage their emotions and behavior. So for example, namay bata ka, like kanagaling aggressive, pero namay kanina na ba, like mas usay na. So through behavioral development, sa mga services sa behavioral development, so muhatag nila ba ng different services na mga nila ng mga control sa iyahang aggressive na behavior. Then third is social and emotional development. So social and it involves children awareness of their emotional needs and needs of others. So social and emotional development of children's self-esteem and their ability to manage their negative feelings. So it is important to know the are the services offered for children with disabilities who qualifies for early intervention program. So any questions about the early intervention? So let's proceed to the process of inclusion. So after early intervention, so there are the next is the process of early intervention. So what are the Philippine models of inclusion? So first is self-instruction, which is this involves teaching students to learn independently, providing them with the skills, access, and process instructions about direct instructions. So this means that we should teach children to learn by their own. Then in self-monitoring, so this helping them to check their own progress, self-monitoring. Then sa self-reinforcement, this is we encourage them to be proud of their achievement. Then the self-determination is giving them confidence to make these own choices. So what is the process of inclusion? So inclusion is concerned with the identification and removal of barriers. Consequently, it involves collecting and evaluating information from a wide variety of sources in order to plan for improvement in policy practice. So there are two types of mainstreaming towards inclusion, which is partial mainstreaming and full mainstreaming. So partial mainstreaming is the placement of a student in regular for educational purposes, while in the alternative partial mainstreaming is the alternative it is the placement of the students' disability in the regular classroom for part of their instructional day, but not as the primary placement. So the alternative curriculum involves teaching survival skills as well as independent living skills. Then full mainstreaming towards, so these are the coordinating. Inclusion refers to the children with disabilities in a regular classroom for their social and academic benefits. But these children are not expected to learn the same materials just like some common student without disabilities. So finish lang for those student na ay disabilities. So is there any questions about the process of inclusion or process of inclusion? Okay, so next is transition program. So when we say transition program, it is designed for special learners that are intellectually disabled and those that are physically handicapped. So it provides individualized support, vocational training, and life skills development to help individuals achieve their goals and navigate the challenge of adulthood. So transition program, it is like a care package, and it is like an equity package. So the involved transition program is the speed teachers. They involve SPED teachers to work with students who have learning, mental, emotional, or physical abilities. So, of course, makuhaan ka lang ang involved sa transition program is for those naturang speed teachers, then ang mga student and ang special learners for those students with disabilities. Ngayon, of course, the government. So, the government is the primary goal of inclusive special education is to guarantee that kids with disabilities receive a quality education. So in terms of receiving special facilities, facilities or public facilities from an early age to high school education. So why is it why government is involved in the transition program? In your in your own opinion, so ano kaya ang farming ng government is na-introduce sa transition program? Yes, Jim.
Because government is the one who gives funding for the facilities, technologies that are being used by the SPED teachers and also the special reps.
Yeah. So without government, so dili lack of mga resources ang mga farming skilled teachers and the special learners. So next is farming curriculum domains for transition program. So these are the daily living skills. So daily living skills, it includes competencies managing, selecting and maintaining the living environment, caring and for personal health, developing and maintaining intimate relationship. So in curriculum domains for transition programs, of course, ang ilang pangadlaw-adlaw ma'am, those are the daily living skills. Next is personal and social skills. Ilang personal na personal and social skills. So it focuses on achieving self-awareness, acquiring self-confidence, and then achieving independence, making introvert and adequate decisions. So in occupational guidance and preparation, so this covers the competencies like exploring and locating occupational training and job placement opportunities. So these are the laws supporting transition programs, so which is Article 3 of PD or 603, so which is children have the right to get an education that matches their capacity. So in this article, so for those children, the children have the right to get an education that depends on their makahatag sa ilang needs ba to match their capacities and develop their skills to enhance their ability to serve others and themselves. So therefore, Article 3 of PD 603, so this states that we as the children have the right to educate based on their abilities, like based on the kung saan ang pinahanglan. Then next is Magna Carta for disabled person. Emphasize the state's obligation to establish equal, which includes providing them with opportunities to grow their abilities and appropriate access to high quantity education. So this just like sa katong discuss ni Franklin kanina atong sa rehabilitation, so this law aims to promote the rehabilitations and instruction of persons with disability into the mainstream society. So next is the sustaining program. So this program focuses on developing models to address the lack of access to early learning and schooling for children with disabilities by modeling effective inclusive education programs. So ang sustaining programs, so these are the programs that makaprovide siya na what are the sa mga needs sa mga like sa mga resources. So unsa ang mga resources na like ma-sustain good siya. Then so nakasabi na ang sustaining program.
Yeah.
So sa sustaining program, ano siya kanang like kung sa ikuan ba kanang mga program na makasustain siya like sa mga students with disabilities. Like kuan kanang katong kung like kanang bata is kuan ni
prioritize sa para di
Like, in short, sir, para ma-support mo ang national anti-education is mo-adapt ka sa ilahang for that to take ba included ala sa imong main points sa exercise.
So, is there any questions?
Time's up.